Link's new design for the Zelda movie has been leaked, and in true Pokemon game fashion, Pokemon Champions launch has been lackluster.
All this and more on this episode of Switch Center.
Welcome back to Switch Center. I'm Burge.
I'm Quinn.
I'm wearing stripes vertically.
I'm wearing stripes, not vertically.
Let's get right into it. To celebrate wrapping filming for the new Zelda movie, one of the film's cinematographers posted prominent art of Link's new design as well as the Master Sword. Let's take a look. Alright, so as you guys can see, we're looking at art of the brand new Link for the movie. So, I was very skeptical about a live-action Zelda movie. I just haven't seen a live-action Link either in cosplay or concept art in the past that I really felt had captured the character, but man, this honestly puts all my fears to rest. This is one of the coolest designs for Link I've ever seen. I don't know, what do you think, Quinn?
I feel like some would say it's safe, but at the same time, it's just solid. Like,
yeah,
it kind of gives me chills. I'm not going to go that far, but it is really cool to be like, oh, wow. Like, we've known this is happening, but this is actually happening, and it looks good. I mean, I didn't have any worries that it wouldn't look good. They wouldn't let that happen.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's awesome to see.
I honestly, because I'm an unk, I'm afraid to say, I'm so happy that they went with the Twilight Princess design instead of the Breath of the Wild design, even though Breath of the Wild is the most popular.
It's the only one I've beaten all the way.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, that's the case for a lot of people, but I think this classic design will introduce people, honestly, maybe even more people than play Breath of the Wild, to Link as a character. So just their first impression of him, it is crazy.
That's wild.
It's that's also the case with the Mario movies. A lot more people watched it than have played a Mario game.
That's true. And it's crazy to me because we have this perspective of the era that we
Elite
played Nintendo games in. Like, I remember seeing Brawl Link everywhere because he was in I say Brawl Link. I meant Twilight Princess Link.
Smash Bros.
Because he was there, and that was kind of the inspiration, mostly for his Smash 4 counterpart. I know they had some Ocarina in there, but like we've even had the Twilight Princess inspiration and the Brawl inspiration for Sheik in these games. But I forget, most people have played Ultimate, where he's the Breath of the Wild look, and if they've seen him in his green tunic, it's likely in a cartoony form at this point.
Yeah. I mean, one of the reasons they stopped doing the green tunic is some of the lead art directors were saying they were having trouble finding ways to make the silly hat look cool. And I am a hater about that. And I'm so glad that these movie concept artists have proved them wrong, because I am #1 hat fan. I think that's like that's part of the challenge, to find a way to make a silly gnome hat look cool. And they excelled here.
Yeah.
I will say, I've been saying concept art. Keep that in mind. This is concept art. There is a chance...
Leaked concept art.
There is a chance that he could look different in the movie. And so I'm praying they keep this design, because it looks so amazing.
So with that being said, everyone make some backlash in the comments. Make it so that they have to change him to no hat and blue tunic, just like the Sonic movie. Make them pull a Sonic movie. Change the whole design.
Just like Link himself, I will jump off a mountain. If you see Umami, it's the code name of the movie. I know a lot of movies they have. I don't think it's called code name. It's called
whatever their production name is.
Production name. That's it. It's
working title.
One of the taste senses that you can have.
There's
bitter, sour, umami.
Umami's got it all.
Umami means savory.
Ooh,
very savory Link. A lot of people are kind of upset with his Master Sword design. They think the wings don't look as accurate as they should be. I say you're doing too much. That's the Master Sword. Stop complaining.
I look at it and it's not one for one, and in a lot of the the outfit's pretty one for one. But I'm glad that they take liberties where they can, because it looks good.
This if we just go through some of these photos, there's also a set drawing. This was part of the leaks. Someone on set drew these characters. Here we have Zelda and Link. You can assume that they'd be Zelda and Link.
Yeah.
I'm very mad that Link does not have a silly hat. Guys, he better have his silly hat.
You heard it here first.
But then what people are questioning is who's this third drawing? We can see that they're kind of dressed like Link. A lot of people theorize it's a Kokiri, possibly Saria.
Yeah, there we go. I always thought it was Soraya.
Oh.
But it might be Saria.
I think it's pronounced Sriracha.
We're going to... We'll learn soon when they pronounce it in the movie.
That third character has a fairy. That's why many people think it could be a Kokiri, either their personal fairy or Navi herself from the Ocarina of Time.
Catch me in the theater going, hey, listen. Hey, listen.
As everyone says, please leave. You're disrupting the film. Another possible character could be Link's sister, as seen in the Wind Waker games.
Fair.
That could be the hero's journey inciting action if Link's sister is kidnapped.
So where's this movie going to be on the timeline?
I don't think that's been linked yet. Leaked. Oh my god. I got a link in the brain. Cut that out. That's so dumb. All right. Yeah, and then just some more photos. We'll show them up here. There's just some cool set photos. Not much we can glean from these, but an interesting thing is it's set in New Zealand. Very similar sets to where the Lord of the Rings was filmed.
Fantastic choice.
You can even see in the concept art of Link, there's a lot of that same aesthetic and inspiration, which, you know, I'm a big Lord of the Rings fan. I like the sillier, goofier, more cartoony Zelda games. I'm a huge fan of Wind Waker, but I am also a sucker for cool Lord of the Rings Link. I grew up with Twilight Princess, so I had doubts for this movie, but
really,
they are slowly subsiding because it's looking pretty cool.
It's peak.
It's peak. All right. Catch us in the next segment as we spin the wheel of segments.
Of segments.
All right, looks like it landed on comment of the month.
Nice.
We have a comment picked out right here. Let's go ahead and read it. It's by user PW2RO7GT4R. And if you want your comment featured, make sure to comment down below, and we could get to it next month. Let's check this out. We're gonna have to get back to you on this one.
You should make a YouTube channel.
Yeah, you should make a YouTube channel. So, after taking a little bit of a hiatus, we read this comment. Essentially, what this guy is saying is that we were wrong when we said that the Mario Odyssey team got split in half, and half is working on Donkey Kong Bonanza, and the other half is working on the new 3D Mario game. And he seems to have done his research. I would agree with him on that. But what I will bring up to him is the fact that the Donkey Kong Bonanza has been completed for a few years now, or at least a couple years. And they've been waiting to release it to coincide with the release of Switch 2. That means that there's been 2 years where that team could be working on a new 3D Mario already, at least. And also, there's nothing to say they can't work on 2 games the same team at once. They did this with Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. So, L, you're wrong.
Oh, no.
You should have typed a little bit more, and maybe it would have been right.
Thank you for commenting.
Thanks for commenting. Appreciate your insights. We love to see community participation. And back to the show. All right, we're talking about Pikmin.
I'll do a quick introduction, and then I'll spin it over to you. So just a quick introduction.
Okay.
Right here. Pikmin 4! Oh my god! So I'm not like super excited or anything, but you know, Pikmin 4.
After that was startling.
Here's the thing. Here's what we need to break down. I've talked about it before. I'll talk about it again.
Okay.
Pikmin 3 Deluxe and Pikmin 4 are not playable with the boost mode that they introduced to the Switch 2. That means that these are beefy games that they need specific optimization for to make it work.
Okay.
You also need to understand Pikmin 4 was made to be a single-player mode. No, two-player story mode.
Okay.
You got the little dude, you got Ochi, and I will die on this hill. They need to make it, and they're gonna make it.
You're getting ahead of yourself a little bit.
I'm getting a little
Why
ahead
are
of
we
myself.
talking about Pikmin 4?
We were talking about Pikmin 4 because I love
it was in
Because
Nate
I
the
love
Hate's
it.
leaks.
It was.
So I think a lot of people have been reporting on all of the games that Nate the Hate leaked. I know we've been talking about it to death. But one thing that I've seen in all of the reporting of all of the games that he's leaked is people haven't been mentioning the fact that he said that there was going to be a Switch 2 edition of Pikmin 4. There have not been a lot of people reporting on that. And
Not
I know
enough.
Quinn has very strong opinions, as we saw, about what this Switch 2 edition should be.
So let me go over. They have had one update to Pikmin 4 since launch. There might be like one that was, just taking out some glitches and stuff.
One of the rare free content updates that Nintendo has done.
Well, here's the thing. I love Switch Sports, and that was all free content updates too.
It's because that game shipped incomplete, but we'll talk about that at a different time.
And, I think an interesting part of this, you always wonder, the update for this one was just like an extra camera mode. And you wonder, okay, so was it just
And
incomplete
silly
when they
hats.
launched? They did have silly hats, which I think is really funny because Pikmin Bloom, they're wondering for the longest time, are they going to ever add Ice Pikmin? Did they just forget about the game? So it's cool to see they're still thinking about it. But it was just a little update, and that's okay. That's fun. That's fine. But I really do think if they're going to make an update to Pikmin 4, the sad reality is it clearly is a beefy game. It could just mean they needed a lot of time to optimize it, make it look good. I'm going to be honest, I don't know what more they could do to really beef it up. So when I hear Switch 2 version and it's not just a quick port, like, I'm expecting extra content. I want it so bad. I will not shut up about it. I really want to replay that story mode with 2 players. I think it.
So
I
go
genuinely
into your
feel
pitch
like it
of
was
the 2
built for that.
players. Well, you've been saying 2 players so much in other videos. What does that mean? What is your vision for this DLC?
For the entirety of the game, you are the captain and the dog Ochi. Both can separately throw Pikmin, whistle Pikmin, move around Pikmin, and they work together in a pretty cohesive way. But it makes you look back to Pikmin 2 and how you could split up the captains and do specific stuff. And it felt all right. You look at Pikmin 3 where it was better because you could control it with the gamepad. But I really do think that it was at its peak with Pikmin 3 Deluxe, where you had 2 players playing with the captains at the same time, going around the world, doing your Dandori, doing your missions, getting everything working at the same time. As I played through Pikmin 4, I did do the 2-player mode where one person is the captain and the other person throws rocks. And the whole time I was like, oh, this map is just built perfectly that we could just play it at the same time.
It's one of those lame co-op modes.
So bad.
Like Mario Odyssey, where one controls Cappy so they can collect coins.
Or
That's
Galaxy, shooting
like
star bits.
The little brother mode.
It was
like,
little
sure,
brother
you
mode.
can get your own controller, whatever.
And I really, like, looking at the whole game, I was like, this would be so good. They built it to be able to be 2-player.
I don't even think this is a crazy thing to pitch either, because you have one of the largest Switch 2 editions meet up at Bellabelle Park. That was essentially a co-op expansion.
Yeah.
They really prioritized the co-op modes, all of the multiplayer. They're like added like Mario Party type games.
It was fun. It was cool.
So I don't think it's crazy to say that they would add a co-op mode. And what would that mean for wife guys like yourself?
That would be amazing. It would be peak. We would be able to play through the game again. And there is the reality that it's a new side mode, maybe a specific challenge mode or mission mode like they've had in other Pikmin games. And that is with 2 players because you'd have a smaller map. That's how they did it in Pikmin 3, even before it was on Deluxe, because they didn't have the special hardware boost of the Switch. So it very well could be that. But seriously, I would die in a good way if they added 2-player story mode.
All right, let's get Quinn on their deathbed. Let's go. That was this episode of Switch Center. If you liked it,
Thanks for watching.
please consider subscribing, liking, hitting that bell. I know
Ding,
you've
ding,
heard that
ding.
from every single channel on YouTube.
Subscribe,
but it really does
subscribe.
help a lot. Share to your friends. Send it to your mama.
Do you like Switch Center? If
Comment
you do,
down below. Comment hate. It helps. If you hate us,
we'll read the message.
we'll read the message.
We might even like it. we'll probably respond. We'll read it for sure. So if you want to speak to us directly, you can do so down below.
Whoa, I think I just fell asleep for a second.
Aw.
Okay, goodbye.